Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo August 19, 2024. Venus in your sector of joy these days finds you enjoying yourself more often. You're more creative or amorous. However, in the first half of today, your desire for appreciation and admiration from others could be so strong that it leaves you vulnerable to manipulation or tension. Watch for repeating old patterns in relationships. You need to breathe new life into your creative work and your relationships now for best results. As the day advances, there could be temporary disconnects, a nervous disposition, household tension, or restlessness. Family affairs or the need to stick around the home can clash with personal plans and your sense of independence. Try not to overthink things, which is a strong tendency now. Fortunately, refining plans can be rewarding. Focusing on one thing and one step at a time serves you well. Storm clouds are gathering today and tomorrow. It would be best to try to practice mindfulness. This is especially true because frustration is here, and the planets are pointing directly at you. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger planet, has been sizzling and soaring in a retrograde through your solar house of home, family, and real estate. He will glare over to electric Uranus, spinning in your solar house of identity. This means you could feel suddenly provoked, prodded, and aggravated by challenging news. The news could manifest in a way that shakes both you and your partner. Do your best to release what you can't control. What kind of career path do you truly want to have? Reflect on what you want to accomplish in your career path when the Moon in Aquarius conjuncts Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. A deep desire to change everything may come up. You may even want to change your career entirely to try something new. Listen to what your heart says. You may find that you want something unique, which could influence the trajectory of your professional transformation. There is something better waiting for you if you let yourself have it. Once again, you can take direction from the planetary alignment. If you look closely at how you deal with people, family, friends, co-workers, or potential partners of all kinds, you find that you are acting and reacting with a lot of intuition. In other words, trusting your instincts is critical to taking the right steps. To help strengthen your inner ear, stick to a regular exercise schedule and meditate on your health goals while you work out. This will help connect your intentions with your abilities. Your curiosity is piqued today, dear. You will see far and wide, and your inventiveness may express itself through modern methods of communication. You will probably spend more time than usual on the internet, telephone, or watching television. And why not? Whatever you undertake, you will try to see further on to understand and advance. So, let yourself be carried along by this technologically curious vibration and above all push ahead. Having the Moon in an adventurous part of your chart over the weekend is always advantageous, especially when it coincides with Venus being in a playful and creative area. Before the Moon moves into your career sector tomorrow, leading up to a full moon that will energize professional matters while testing your work and life balance, focusing on the playful, creative, and adventurous aspects of life becomes crucial. This situation benefits both personal enjoyment and professional growth. In between Mercury's departure from your romantic sector 2 days ago and the Sun's return next week, Venus, the PL. Anet of Love is using these few days on her own to make these some of the most romantically charged of the year. Helping with that is having the Moon in an adventurous part of your chart. With Venus still separating from a friendly aspect to the dwarf planet Ceres, now in her final days in retrograde motion there, today's adventurous lunar vibes are adding fuel to an already potent mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia. Our eyes in the sky. As the Moon enters Aquarius and aligns with Pluto retrograde, you might notice a surge of intense emotions bubbling up to the surface. It's one of those days when your feelings might seem to carry an extra weight, and it can be challenging to shake off what's on your heart and mind. If you're finding it hard to detach, don't worry, that's perfectly natural. We all have those moments when our emotions feel larger than life. But remember, How you manage those emotions makes all the difference. Think about a time when you were overwhelmed by a situation or decision, and instead of reacting impulsively, you took a step back. Maybe it was during a disagreement with a friend, or perhaps when faced with a tough call at work. You knew that diving headfirst into conflict wouldn't solve anything, so you gave yourself space to breathe. That's the kind of energy today is bringing, a gentle reminder that sometimes the best course of action is to take a step back, reflect, and give yourself the room you need to regain your composure. And that's okay. Giving yourself space doesn't mean you're avoiding the issue, it means you're wisely choosing the right time to address it. By postponing important conversations or decisions until you feel more balanced, you're setting the stage for better outcomes. After all, we make our best decisions when we're calm and centered. In the midst of this emotional intensity, it's important to approach your responsibilities with a sense of calm and intention. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in a steady, focused mindset, everything seems to fall into place a little more easily? That's the energy to tap into today. Take your tasks one at a time, and remember to be gentle with yourself as you navigate through the day. You don't have to have it all figured out in one go. And don't forget, amidst all the hustle and emotional processing, make sure you're carving out some time for joy. What activities light you up? Whether it's catching up with a friend, diving into a favorite hobby, or even just taking a walk outside, those small moments of happiness can make a big difference in keeping you balanced. When the world feels chaotic, these simple pleasures remind us that joy is always within reach. Now, for those of you who are single, today might bring an unexpected but welcome surprise. There's a certain charm in the air, and you might find yourself catching someone's eye, or perhaps someone catches yours. It's one of those days when new connections feel exciting and full of potential. If you're open to it, don't be afraid to explore where these moments could lead. But remember to stay grounded. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement, but taking things step by step will help you avoid rushing into anything too quickly. Speaking of decisions, today might not be the best day for making big purchases or financial investments. With the current cosmic influences, there's a higher risk of acting on impulse, which could lead to spending more than you intended. Whether that's financially, emotionally, or even in terms of your energy. When we're caught up in the moment, it's easy to overlook the bigger picture, so take a step back and give yourself time to reassess. There's no rush, and giving yourself a little breathing room can make all the difference. As you move through the day, stay mindful of your energy and emotions. It's okay to take things slow, to reflect, and to prioritize your well-being above all else. If you've been feeling a bit off balance, what are some ways you can reconnect with your inner calm? Maybe it's talking through your thoughts with a close friend, practicing mindfulness, or simply giving yourself permission to pause and breathe. Whatever it is, know that taking care of yourself is always the right move.